close, very close to contact. That had to be so close. Smoking in to the mark. It's game on. Here's an awesome race in towards the bottom gate. Have a go at the speed, 43 knots. This team is absolutely on fire.
Hello and welcome to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to the eSailGP 2020 Championship San Francisco qualifier final. My name is Thomas Bjørn and I'm going to be your host all through all day. But for this, I'm not going to be all alone. Please welcome my co-host in this studio, Alec Wilkinson, live from London.
Yes, I am. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching. We're up for another eSailGP qualifying final, and it's fantastic, isn't it? It's come round again. We've had loads of qualification races, and now we've come to decide who will actually make it through to the grand final. Good stuff.
Yeah, it's a very good stuff, Alec, what's going to happen today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We are going to see some action, and there's a very big Spanish domination today, and that's pretty cool what's going on there. But let's see a little bit more about it. Let's get ready for the players in a few sec.
Okay.
Last TV show I binged. I mean, I watch a lot of shows, like a lot.
Oh, I'm not good with TV shows.
It might have been Peep Show.
Succession. Yeah, I watched Succession. I like that. It was interesting.
Game of Thrones.
Sex Education.
Ozark. Quite good.
I'd say the last TV series I really binged on was Suits, and that would have been about 4 or 5 years ago.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Watched that on the plane.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, Chernobyl. Recommend that for anybody.
Hard Knocks. I decided to watch that the other day on the way home. So I got sucked into it. I went through it in about 5 hours.
I don't know.
What have I been watching lately? I'm trying to think.
I've sort of seen everything, being a traveller, travelling around the world.
I watch them with my fiance, so I'm trying to think. But we've been away from each other for over a month now, so I'm like, oh.
Last show I binged, The Good Place. It's just interesting.
I've been watching a show called Scandal lately. It's been pretty good, kind of American politics.
Oh, I hate TV shows. I hate TV. Yeah, sorry.
And it's going to be a fantastic format we're going to see today. And Alec, how it's going to be here? And we just lost Alec in London. We love when things, technical things happen sometimes. That's how it is. So let's get ready for everything. London, we lost London for a few seconds. But that doesn't matter. We are not going to lose the players. We are going to have some fun with them. So let's go in and meet the players. And today's format is going to be quite simple. It's going to be 3 races back to back. It's going to be with the points where a winner gets 10 points, second place 9 points, is third place 8 points, and then top 2 would go into the match race in the last end where the winner takes it all. And we're just waiting for the players to get ready. They're joining in the server, and then we will reconnect with London and everybody in a few sec. Please stay tuned.
The boats are powered by battery. We have a lot of electronics and hydraulics, and everything, all the pumps and hydraulic pumps run off battery power. So the only thing that's not powered by battery is the actual wing winch, which we have grinders that control that. The batteries are extremely important. It's kind of like our lifeline. If we don't have batteries that are charged, if we get low, nothing on the boat functions. So it's as simple as that. So previous season, we had generators that kind of ran overnight.
Please
that would charge our
restart your
batteries
camera.
on site. Now we have a container, 40-foot container, and there's a big bunch of solar panels.
Alec?
And basically during the day, that charges the Tesla batteries. And then
Alec, can you hear
overnight,
me?
we charge our boat
I
batteries.
can hear you now. I don't know what happens.
be a-
I lost
no,
you.
it
You froze.
doesn't matter. Guys,
Charging
share your
through
picture.
solar panels,
We are
takes
getting
the
ready
same
in
amount of
game.
time.
Restart your
But
cameras,
it's
please,
clean.
before I'm
So
starting
we're
the game.
not-
We are ready
we're not running
for
off diesel
the first
generators.
race.
We're using the,
So
the
restart
power
your
of the sun
cameras.
to charge these things, and it's a massive step up for us in terms of sustainability. Obviously, last
Somehow
year was
we
our
just
first
got
season,
a
and
block,
we
Alec,
were
because I
on
need to
a
fix the
massive learning
studio.
curve.
No, that's how it is.
We've
Then we're
taken
going
what
straight
we
into the
learned from
game.
last season and applied it to now.
At the moment, I
And
can't see anyone.
this is where we've
At
ended
the
up.
moment, I
With the
don't
current
have any
racking system
pictures
that
of
we have,
anybody else.
Okay,
we've
that's
basically
fine then.
set it up so that each
And you don't
team
need to
has
see me,
4
do you, in
batteries.
here?
So we can charge 32 batteries at any one time, all at the same time, all on the same level.
So now I'm getting pictures.
So the
That's cool.
capacity and the reserve energy that
sound's
we have
going.
within the system
Sound?
is
Nope. I still have you, Alex.
This setup, basically, it's got to be completely mobile. We're only here for like this regatta. We're here for 3.5 weeks. So everything comes in on the container, comes out, and it has to be packed away within 3 weeks and off on the next ship
I have Filippo on picture.
to our next event.
As far as I'm aware, we're kind of the first people to try it. We are trialing it on this container only at the moment. But
Okay, we might play a wild picture today, Alex. Guys, we are starting the race in a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Our boats
7,
are powered
8.
by the wind,
Everybody's in there.
but now our batteries
Alec, you can see my
are
picture?
charged by the sun.
No,
But,
I can't
we
see
obviously
anyone's
wanna be
picture.
Carbon neutral come 2025. This is a step
I've
in the
just
right
got
direction.
your red end orcs.
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'm going in game now. And Alec Wilkinson. We are ready to start this fantastic race. We are ready to go in and see some cool action. And Alec, we have a Spanish domination today in this race.
We do have Spanish domination. We've got 3 Spanish e-sailors into this qualification final. But we should point out that they are 3 of 5 who actually qualified in the top 10. But the other 2, Cruzaleta and Joan Cardona, have already qualified for the grand final. So they can't take place. They can't take part in this, obviously, because they've already qualified. So if it hadn't been for that, we'd actually have 5 Spanish e-sailors. It's got a huge following as e-sailing in Spain, and the quality of the sailors there is really beginning to show through, not just in eSailGP, but in all sorts of other e-sailing competitions as well.
Yeah, and here in front of us we have Joel Rodriguez. He's a SailGP sailor. Another one qualified to this fantastic event here.
Yep, Joan Cardona of the Spanish SailGP team is already through the final, as we've said. Joel Rodriguez is trying to join him. I know the Spanish team play a lot against each other, and that's how they've got to be so good at e-sailing as well as eSailGP. But we'll see if that experience on the water pays off here on the virtual waters.
And we are getting ready. 30 seconds to start. And what we are seeing right now is the players are just waiting for that perfect timing towards the starting line. And we have another player, just Bartland Briggs, coming in here from the Netherlands. We have him just in front of us. 15 seconds. He's all by himself in the right-hand side. Let's see how that will go for him. And 5 seconds. They're coming up now. They're coming up to the start line in 3, 2, 1. And perfect start for the world champion. Willis the 7-1, Filippo Lanfranci, followed by Bartland Briggs. Yes, Stibber coach, Joel, all of them just behind them. But a clean rounding and a huge turn for Havuk from Turkey. He has qualified for the 3rd time to this SailGP event with the best series score. Penalty given out to Stibber coach. Hard time, been playing 173 times just to come in to this final. And Alec, what can we say about some of the players we have here with us? And we just lost London again here. Here we have Filippo Lanfranci, Villas the 7-1. He's in the lead. And right now, let's go in and see the players with us. And when we said that, the technique just killed everything. So let's go back in the race. There we go. Internet issues today. Let's hope there's no internet issues with the players. Stieber coach in 8. He hasn't a half time. Right now, it's Barton Briggs. It's Villas the 7-1. Battling it up for being in the front, in the lead. First loser in 4th. That's Dean from Australia. Yasim in 3rd. In the middle, we have Sia Balaguer. He's from Spain. Oh, got that penalty in the battle against Havuk, and Stieber coach trying to come in. Filippo in the right-hand side, all by himself, going up towards the ley line to the top mark, but he needs to do an extra attack, so Barton Briggs is currently in the best position. And I think it's quite interesting that battle we have in between Villas the 7-1 and Barton Briggs. Two players that know each other quite well.
Yes, they do. I can't actually see the battle right now, but I'm following your commentary.
Yeah.
And those two hugely experienced, both of them World Championship finalists in Bermuda at the end of last year. But Bart Lambrex, they're opposite ends of the age scale. Filippo Lanfranchi, 47-year-old world champion, and Bart Lambrex in his early 20s, competing for the Netherlands in the 49er. So both hugely experienced sailors, but in different types of boats and different types of sailing.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting to see this battle because it's Barton Briggs. He's actually in the lead right now. He went opposite that Villas the 7-1 Filippo Lanfranci, coming down to the gate mark here, rounding first. Filippo just after him. Yasim coming in 3rd, and then we have first loser Dean in 4th. Close battle with the two Spaniards, Roel and Sia Balaguer, and then Havuk drops to 7. It's amazing. He qualifies in the lead all the time and has so hard time with these finals. And that's how it's going to be. And we're going upwind for the second time. We're going up towards the top mark for the last time. Sorry, guys, if we can't hear Alec and we can't see the players today. Somehow the internet's just glitches for us today. And that's something we can't battle against. But this is what we're seeing.
I'm back with you now,
yeah.
Thomas. I was just having a look at Havuk a little while ago. There was just a shot of him and he's coming into the shot there. Interestingly, in 7th, this is his 3rd eSailGP qualifier final. So it'd be interesting to see if he finally makes it to the final qualifier tonight.
Yeah. But it's Barton Briggs coming first up there, rounding that one, and he's going to battle in Filippo Lanfranci. Villas the 7-1 in that rounding there. That we can see there. Villas the 7-1 getting close, but he needs to do a double tack. That's losing momentum 2 times. And penalty! That can cost him that second spot, Alec. See, the Spanish and first loser coming up close to him.
Oh, that was so close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And in the end, Bart Lambrex showing his experience. And Lanfranchi really will be very disappointed with that.
Yeah, and I know just now you can't see the picture, guys, out there. He's actually sitting in his office and playing, and the office is his toilet, so you can get some quiet at home and sit there and play the game. So that was an extra bomber on that toilet. Second place to Villas the 7-1, 3rd place to first loser. eSailGP sailor coming in from Spain in 4th. Sia Balaguer in 5th. Havuk, it looks like he's dropping to 8. That's not the dream start for him. Stieber coach takes 6, Yasim taking 7, and Havuk takes 8.
I'll let you into a little secret. I'm now watching something that's about 5 or 6 seconds behind you. So it's great. I'm enjoying the race twice over.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Then we have Bartland Briggs. He is in the lead at the moment, winning this regatta. Filippo Lanfranci in second, First Loser in third, Joel in fourth, Sia Balagua in fifth. Then we have Stibakut 6, Yasim 7, Havuk 8. And when we're watching it, it was the world champ in race number 1 doing the best result here. And it's actually a little bit amazing how he did that. Because
look at those stats. That's incredible, isn't it? But shortest distance sailed, fastest speed sail. That's the magic that gets you the victories.
Yeah, and but when we need to see, let's just see this scoreboard here. Bartland Briggs came in and won that battle upwind. He won it upwind, and then he took it and kept that leading position all the way. And that was the top mark rounding against Villas the 7-1, where Bartland Briggs went to the opposite side. The big winner of this race is actually First Loser. See, starting in last and ending up third. Great start for them. And that's how it started up in today's SailGP or eSailGP qualifier final.
Time for us all to go and have a cold shower, I think, and reset the World Wide Web.
Yeah, and I have to say to all of you, you need to see on my pretty face tonight. Alec, he will be in the background because we can't get video signal through internet today. That's how the cookie crumbles. But Alec, it's interesting to see because we know Villas the 7-1, Filippo is sitting in that toilet, and he just got that shower in second place, and that's very, very good. But again, interesting to see Havuk qualified as number 1 for the third time. Best player. And
yeah, absolutely. So best player in qualifying, but hasn't quite managed to actually make it through to the final of any of the qualifying. And I know that the fans are all rooting for him. So maybe, and a few people on the chat have also said, stop talking about Havuk because it puts him off. And that's why he's never managed to go that final step. So maybe we should talk less about him and maybe more about some of the other guys like Bartland Briggs, who's done so well in eSailGP right now.
And let's try to go in and watch the scoreboard. And the scoreboard is coming in here, and of course it is Bartland Briggs in the lead with 10 points. It's giving 10 points for that victory, and then 9 points in second, 8 points for third. And then Havuk starting with 3 points, but there's 2 races back in this one where they're going to race back to back. Number 1 and 2 goes in to the match race final, Alec.
Yeah, and
I have a couple.
Yeah, I've got a little inner monologue that is definitely tied to mantras and like sayings, and I probably sometimes talk to myself out loud a little bit.
Smarter, not harder. You know, whenever you're trying to do something, you should always think about what is the smartest way to do this as opposed to taking on the hardest approach.
Just take every day as it comes, really. That's what I'm doing.
Never give up. Yeah.
I say stuff like a lot. Like I have a lot of stuff that I say seems legit a lot. But I don't like live by mottos or mantras at all.
Nothing is given, everything is earned.
And the other one is that if it wasn't difficult, it wasn't even worth pursuing.
When I learned how to sail, I didn't really like it, but Dad just kind of threw me in the boat on the big winds, and he's like, well, just remember that, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
You will be remembered for the rules you break. Just wake up and work hard. Shut up and show up.
Focus. That's one. Focus is definitely one.
No real mantra, I just try to work as hard as I can and, try to be the best I can every day.
You're in situations which you often are in life, whether it's in competition or in daily life, you're always going to challenge yourself. So you've got to be prepared for it to be difficult, and you've got to find the smart way to go about it. So if you live your life by those 2 things, which I try to do, you tend to be quite successful.
Okay.
And welcome back in. And of course, we got the internet with us now. So Alex, see who we have in the picture. Bartland Briggs from the Netherlands at the moment.
Yeah, Bartland Briggs from the Netherlands, Dutch Olympic 49er sailor. But what we saw him do last week was take on the athletes, the SailGP professional sailors. We had an athletes against gamers competition, and Bart Lambrechts absolutely nailed it and won that and came through totally dominant. So he's really got a feel now for the EF50, and we'll see if he can finally make it through to the match race final in these qualifiers tonight.
And then we have the world champ. It's also third time he is in a final like this. See, he is actually sitting on the toilet. It's not for fun we're saying it to you guys. And he's smiling at us. It's all about to get some quiet from the family and get the best signal. And he's sitting out there, not taking a leak or shit, but he's actually to focus to play the game.
Although I notice he has got the window open. So, who knows?
And then let's jump a little bit to Australia. This is first loser coach also. One of the top pro gamers we know. And we know him from one thing, Alec. Part of the World Championship 2019 in Bermuda.
Bermuda. Yeah, and he hates me saying it, but I have to every time because it's an impressive statistic. 51 years old, one of our oldest sailors. But he sails like a young man. And so far, he's been doing the business in this particular qualification round. So a third place finish for him already, and some really good performances through the early qualification stages as well.
And it's maybe his pirate experience. He's a pilot normally, flying some of the biggest planes in the world. That's maybe why he's also very good at playing games like this. And then we have Havuk sitting in Istanbul, getting ready for it. He needs to nail it now. And right now we're seeing him penalizing Bart Lambrechts just to show how it's going to be. 30 seconds to start, Alec.
Yeah, so this is where they take up their position. Looking at the radar in the top left corner of your screen, you can see that the windsocks, they're looking at that. They're looking at the shades of the water here on the bay in San Francisco, and they're deciding which side of the line is best to start. It's a reaching start. They head to that mark and then they turn left downwind. And right now they are all bow to bow as the clock counts down, and they're away. And it's a good start for Havuk. It's a good start for Yasser MB, but it's a penalty for first loser.
Ooh, a hardcore penalty. A penalty to Joel. Penalty to the other Spaniard, Balaguer. That is hard. And the world champ also. This means Yassim is in the lead. And right now, let's see him. He's so focused. He's sitting there at home in Spain in the lead. Focus, needs to do it. Havuk in second. He needs to come back. And right now, that scoreboard is changing totally. If this score stands, Alec, then Havuk and Yassim might be in the lead.
Yeah, getting to that first mark is often so important, not just to be out in front, but to be clear of all the traffic around you. And it certainly paid off for Yasser MB just then. Filippo Lanfranchi currently sitting near the back of the fleet, trying to work his way back up. But right now, out in front, but only just, is Havuk and Yasser MB, the Turk and the Spaniard, fighting for the lead here as they cross.
Oof. A very close cross. And then we have Stiba coach Croatia sitting here in the right-hand side, all by himself right now, Alec. And that's an interesting tactics, because one thing we learned from Havuk yesterday when we had him in studio is all about win, but also doing as less tacks as possible. Right now, Stiba coach took a chance to hit that ley line, but see, there's a wind shift, so the ley line moved away from him, so he needs to do a double tack. Same thing Havuk needs to do. So Yassim coming in a good position right now. See that?
Just clipping the corner of the boundary. You can get away with that, but he pushed it about as far as I've ever seen anyone push it and get away with it. Right, let's watch the leaders come up to this gate mark. Which side are they going to go? Which mark will they choose? Yasser MB coming in. Havuk ducks down behind him. So the Spaniard is round first. Then comes Havuk. It's really close with Bart Lambrechts now in third place. and keep an eye on the Dutchman, because there's still plenty of racetrack for him to close on the leaders.
Yeah. And let's follow the leaders while we're doing that. See, coach, he's not happy. We saw him just come up with the arms a little before. Now he's laughing at us because they can hear what we're saying, but that's not very satisfied. Here we have Joel. He is from the eSailGP team. He's in 6th at the moment, but he's only, I have to say, only 100 meters behind 3rd place. So everything is open right now.
Absolutely it is. And, well, it looks like 100, 200 meters between those leading boats. I think that's, yeah, there we go. We've the computer's reset itself.
Yeah.
That looks more likely. It's about 50 meters between 1st and 3rd, which is nothing in an EF50.
Yeah. Penalty to Bartland Briggs. That's a costly penalty, and he's ice cold as he normally is. He's sitting in that gaming lights there. He's ice cold, never shows smile or pain when he gets a penalty. But oh, what a glitch in the game! Balaguer just switches over that corner also. But in the lead, it's the Carrot from Turkey taking over now.
Yeah, Carrot Top leading the race, but here comes Yasser MB, and they now slot in to each other. That turbulent air coming off Yasser MB's sail, affecting Havouk.
It's going to be very, very close. We've
got a match race on now.
Yeah, it is a match race. We saw Bartland Briggs make a trick against Pepe de Mato, almost winning it. Bears away just before they're coming up there and went behind, and he can do the same trick here. No, Yassim covers him off, but Havouk is on the inside. That is going to be very close. What's happening here?
Yeah, but Yasser MB took him as far as he needed to take him, and then manoeuvred, and he is in the lead now. Now, can he hold on to that 100 meters between him and Havouk? And what we often see in the eSailGP is that the two boats get tied into a match race towards the end, and suddenly they find the rest of the fleet have caught up with them. But I don't think it's going to happen this time. In our second race of the night, I think it's going to be a Spanish victory for Yasser MB. Then it's going to be Turkey second with Havouk, and Stipper coach Croatia is going to come in 3rd.
Yeah, and we just had that battle for that 4th and 5th position. Balaguer, he got a penalty for hitting the mark, and that's giving Joel the 4th place. But see here, that's interesting. Villas the 7-1, Filippo in 6, Bartland Briggs in 7. Let's go to the toilet. See, he's not satisfied about that. He's sitting there. And then we have Bartland Briggs also actually moving a little bit there. So this is changing everything. But coming in last, it's coach. And he knows it's all about performing. It's early morning in Australia right now. He needs something to drink, some energy there. And it's evening here in Europe. But let's see the winner in the picture. That is Yassim, winning race number 2. Great job. And let's just go in and see the score here. And when we're seeing the score here of race number 2, we can see Yassim with a victory, Havouk in 2nd, Stipper coach is getting a 3rd, Joel 4th, Balaguer 5th, Filippo Lamfranci 6th, Bartland Briggs 7th, first loser 8. And with those stats here, it is the eSailGP sailor Joel winning this start. Again, a fantastic start for eSailGP sailor, but they're having a hard time doing the upwind races. We have seen that in Athletes versus Gamer, Alec.
Yes, we have, and it's going to be. I mean, really, it's the start that is all important, and that's probably one of the worst starts I've seen from Bartland Briggs, which is saying something because it wasn't that bad. Nope. But yeah, getting to that first mark is just so important.
Yeah, and when we're watching this graph here, we can really see that battle that Joel for eSailGP had the perfect start. Havouk also, but then he lost it. He lost it in the upwind race between number 2 and 3, dropped to 4th, and then he dropped further in that mark rounding and fighting his way back. Where you see Bartland Briggs fought his way back to 3rd, and then he got a penalty in the second bottom gate mark rounding and drops to 7. And first loser, That was a totally catastrophic for him. Bad start and couldn't come back in the race. But that's how it is.
Yeah, the card pack has been shuffled, and I think we're now going to see or get a better idea going into the third and final qualifying race. A far better idea of who can make it through to the final.
And before going in that, let's hear some mantras from the SailGP sailors, the real SailGP sailors, what they have of mantras, and let's get ready to race number 3 after this small break.
I have a couple.
Yeah, I've got a little inner monologue that is definitely tied to mantras and like sayings, and I probably sometimes talk to myself out loud a little bit.
Smarter, not harder. You know, whenever you're trying to do something, you should always think about what is the smartest way to do this as opposed to taking on the hardest approach.
Just take every day as it comes, really. That's what I'm doing.
Never give up. Yeah.
I say stuff like a lot, like I have a lot of stuff that I say seems legit a lot. But I don't like live by mottos or mantras at all.
Nothing is given, everything is earned.
And the other one is that if it wasn't difficult, it wasn't even worth pursuing.
When I learned how to sail, I didn't really like it, but Dad just kind of threw me in the boat on the big winds, and he's like, well, just remember that, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
You will be remembered for the rules you break. Just wake up and work hard. Shut up and show up.
Focus. That's one. Focus is definitely one.
No real mantra, I just try to work as hard as I can and, try to be the best I can every day.
You're in situations which you often are in life, whether it's in competition or in daily life, you're always going to challenge yourself. So you've got to be prepared for it to be difficult, and you've got to find the smart way to go about it. So if you live your life by those two things, which I try to do, you tend to be quite successful.
And we are on. And Alec Wilkinson, what a fantastic race number 2 we just had. And what we're going to see in a few sec is the scoreboard that is ready. And what a scoreboard.
I was doing some mental maths just before that break at the end of the race, saying, well, this is going to open it all up. But now we've actually sat down with our pens and paper and calculators. It certainly has opened it all up. Have we got the scoreboard there?
Yeah, let's go into the scoreboard.
And I can tell you this is the closest qualifying event we've had so far. Look at that, 14 points for 4 players. 2 from Spain, 1 from Italy, and Bart Lambrechts from the Netherlands. Just 1 point behind them is Stipa Coach of Croatia. Then comes Balaguer and Havuk with 12 points, and First Loser with 11 points. And what that means is going into race number 3, any of these sailors can qualify for our match race final.
And Alec, that is impressive. Everything's open. It's like it's the first race we're going into, but it is the important race. The winners here of the next race goes into the match race, so everything is on stake. Let's get ready for that match race in a few sec. And while we're getting ready for the match race, Alec, this is a close one. This is a very close call today. I haven't seen it closer ever.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but we shouldn't necessarily be surprised because we've got some of the top e-sailors in the world here. We have got some new names in Balaguer, in Yasser MB, and Joel Rodriguez. I say new, we know them from e-sailing, but they're kind of new in this eSailGP qualification. So it's great to see that. And it's also interesting to see the Spanish aren't quite getting it all their own way. They are being challenged by Bart Lambrechts and Filippo Lanfranchi of Italy as well. So, yeah, really mixed up. And right now, I think it's very difficult to guess which 2 are going to make it through to the match race final.
I can't guess it because the winner gets 10 points, second place 9, third place 8. And right now, they all have almost the same score. It's only 2 of the players there's 2 points behind. The rest of them is equal score. Let's get ready in game. They are ready for us now. And let's have a small presentation of some of the players. this is the winner, the leader of the winner of the last race. He needs to focus on the same thing. That's Havuk. But let's don't focus on him. Let's try to go into a player like eSailGP. Alec, you don't know much about him, but I know him from the Spanish league. And right now there's also a Spanish championship on. And he's actually doing quite well in the Spanish championship, but he's also organizer in the Spanish community, and we have seen him in a top level before time. And then we have this eSailGP sailor, Alec. What do we know about him?
Well, we know that he's been pretty consistent tonight. 2 4th-place finishes. So often we see that consistency pays, because today we've had a real sort of shuffling around, haven't we? Balaguer has had 2 5th places. Joel Rodriguez has had 2 4ths. But, other sailors have gone from 7th to 1st and from 1st to 8th. So I think consistency could pay off in the end.
Consistency is the key of everything, and everything is open. And we can say even first loser that's in the last position, and normally we can't say that in race number 3, can actually go in and win this tournament. It's so amazing what's going to happen here. They're going in to fight for that spot to go into the match race. Number 1 and 2 is going to fight for it. And we just have in the chat, missing to see the real sailors in the Bay of San Francisco. And watch that view here. San Francisco in the background. 30 seconds to start.
We should make that point that we should be enjoying SailGP in San Francisco right now, but the current pandemic emergency means we can't. That is a very sad state of affairs. But just for the last hour or so, we can close our eyes, forget about that, and enjoy the eSailGP.
And here the
a lot
starts
of these guys are just as experienced as the athletes we would be seeing out on the water. So it's pretty much back to square one points-wise as we go into this final qualification race with Joel Rodriguez going back to start again. He was over early, but it's Lanfranchi this time who is out in front.
And see, he's so focused. It's like he's sitting in front of that toilet, so focused on taking this lead. See, we have him in the picture there. And then we have Havuk coming in second at the moment. Yasimp in 4th. And this changes everything, because where's Bartlett Briggs? Bartlett Briggs is in 6th at the moment, Alec. Also open.
Yeah. Long time to go yet in this race. There's Bart Lambrex coming round. But at the moment, Lanfranchi's still out in front. Havuk in 2nd. And Balaguer really close in 3rd place. I'm just looking at the conditions out there. It seems like
Havuk with a penalty up there. He's in the lead, but got a penalty in the battle against Filippo. But he's still in the lead. How did he do that? Wow, what a race we have here. Filippo in the middle together with Yasimp. And one of them will get a penalty. And see Yasimp, he's so focused there. He's sitting in Spain.
So 3 of the 4 leading boats are out in front and leading this race.
Yeah. But see, there's only 30 meters in between number 1 and number 3, and now 50 meters. But you can't trust the server here. See, Balaguer, he's side by side with Havuk Steeper coach. First loser coming opposite. And I actually have to say, this is interesting because first loser is coming in a very good position. Also very focused. See, if he doesn't pay, penalty, sadly. That was the best chance he could take, because then he will have the good position coming up to the top mark. But it's just Simp in the lead right now.
Yeah, just misjudged the distance there. Yeah. So a penalty for first loser. But right now, it's Lanfranchi takes one side and Havuk takes the other, as does Yasimbi. We'll see who made the right choice.
Yeah. But I can say to you, Havuk is in a good position right now. But only thing there is an issue here is Yasimp is in the lead and Lanfranchi Filippo is in 2nd. But a penalty to Filippo. They will have an internal battle. He will drop 2 positions, and that will give Havuk the match race position. So those two, they need to battle like eSport right now. There's no fair play in between them, and we just need to follow them. Yasimp, if he keeps that lead, he is in the match race final. But who will join him?
And then it's all about who comes second between Havuk and Filippo Lanfranchi, who will challenge in that final.
Yeah.
Well, it's still neck and neck between the second place boats, isn't it?
Yeah.
But right now, out in front is Yacine B of Spain. Just manoeuvring there at the Lanfranchi.
Oh, Lanfranchi attacking
and a cross here between our leaders.
So close, so close. Steeper Coach coming in fourth. The other boats is actually a little bit out of the race. Butler and Briggs having a hard time. So we need to see that battle. And I have to say, for my math, Havuk needs to penalize Filippo. He needs to give him a penalty. Filippo, and he's under pressure now by Steeper Coach. If Filippo loses and get fourth or lower, then it's Havuk going into the match race. Whew, this is very close.
Yeah, I think Filippo Lanfranchi has enough advantage at the moment.
He's dropping to fourth right now. That move cost him position. Steeper Coach coming in. That's a very close race there. I can't call it, Alec. I can't call it.
There's still time for the Italian to hold on to that position. But Yacine B out in front and looking really good in this race. He's improved, hasn't he? He had some nerves in the very first race, coming seventh, but he seems to have settled and is looking good right now.
This is interesting. Filippo on the outside, Steeper Coach inside. Steeper Coach takes over that. Penalty, Lanfranchi. No! Oh, the world champ with a penalty. Oh, see, he's not happy there. Oi, oi, oi.
That has probably cost him the match race final. Our leader is heading towards the finish line. Second for Havuk. We're going to have to do some fast maths to work out who's made it to the final. Coming through in third place here is Stip of Croatia.
Yeah.
And Lanfranchi is fourth.
Yeah. That's so close, but this is the top of the top. And then we see Butler and Briggs coming in fifth. It wasn't even his night today. Joel coming in sixth. Tried his best, and I have to say, first loser, taking again last position. That was not his game. Let's go into the overall scoreboard. And when we see it here, Yacine with a victory, Havuk in second, Steeper Coach third, Filippo fourth, Butler and Briggs fifth, Joel sixth, Balaguer in seventh, first loser in eighth, and Havuk with the best start. Yasir MB, best average speed, best maximum speed was for Balaguer. First loser actually sailed the shortest distance. So let's analyze why he didn't perform better. Havuk, best wind speed, and then we have a lot of jibes to Butler and Briggs. And what an interesting battle we have here. Havuk actually drops to third. Filippo has been in the lead. And then he loses it, and then he gets a penalty at Steeper Coach at that top mark. That couldn't be closer. That couldn't be closer. But Alec, one thing we need to say about all this is that we will not first show the final scoreboard, who's going in to the match race after this small break. And one thing eSailGP is known for, and one thing we have to say, very, very good performance by eSailGP is that they have their Inspire program, and that's also still working.
I love it. It's so much fun, especially when I'm on the water and I can see all the boats from so close. And for me, who sails, it's like a dream, really. So my name is Caroline, and I work here on water operations. So I had applied in the past to different sailing opportunities like that, but people usually wouldn't even apply because I'm young and I don't have much experience. And I've been told that there's this Inspire Careers program, and I thought it was a really good opportunity. Most of my responsibilities are just looking around the ribs. I check that there's enough petrol, just like check the power, put the motors down and up. And then during the day we go on the water and I stay with safety 1 or 2. Control. This is safety 1.
The Inspire program's great for young people. As you get older, you realise that these people need an experience, and we try and give them a little bit of time because we know in the long term it's going to help them out. 7 out of 10.
This Inspire Careers Week I think will enable me to learn more about eSailGP, but also hopefully maybe get a job here. I think it would be the dream job for me.
And what a fantastic match race we just had there. Actually back-to-back race, Alec. And right now we're getting ready to have some interviews. We are just getting ready to see the scoreboard. And Alec, here is the scoreboard. Let's see who we're getting into that medal race. We just asked the players to turn off their mics. And see, Alec, here it is.
So here we are. Confirmation of which sailors have made it to our match race final. And it is Yasser Embi and Havuk, the Turk against the Spaniard. And that race is going to be happening in just a couple of minutes' time. So just missing out, Stipa coach Croatia and Gianfranco and Filippo Lanfranchi in fourth place. Yes, they've got the same number of points, but because of their earlier results, Havuk goes through. So that penalty that Lanfranchi picked up in race number 3 cost him the match race final. Bart Lambrex, Joel Rodriguez, Balaguer, and first loser. Close, but not close enough.
No, and that 2nd place for Havuk and last place in first race nailed it. So let's, Alec, let's go in and take a talk with Havuk. Just hear from him how he feels at the moment before going into that match race. And then we will also have Yasser in the mix zone.
Well, congratulations, Havuk.
Yeah,
Third time lucky. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Alec. Well, my first race wasn't the best race, and I finished in the last position, and I thought it was over, but somehow points were really even, and at the end of the day, in the last race, I managed to come back. And even though we had really close racing with Filippo, and he gave me a penalty from rule number 10, I managed to climb back, and fortunately for me, I managed to win over him. And right now I'm in 2nd position. I was really surprised, but you know, the points are really even. But I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward for the match race.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. You've fought enough times to get this, so you definitely deserve it. A great few races. Let's try and catch a word with Yasser Embi. Joel is still with us because Joel Rodriguez is going to do some translating for us. So Yasser, first of all, congratulations. 2 first place finishes. Are you surprised by just how well you went today?
Que has hecho 2 segundos en las últimas 2 mangas y estás sorprendido por eso, o si te lo esperabas o cómo ha ido.
Okay, primero, hola a todos. Pues ahora mismo contentísimo de los resultados que he tenido esta noche y nada, mi objetivo principal era divertirme, a ser mi primera final aquí en el virtual y nada, a ver qué se da en esta match.
Okay, so he's really happy. His first goal or his main goal was to be happy and to enjoy and to have fun, and so he's having a lot of fun and he's very happy to compete the match race final.
Okay, last question. How's he going to race this? What's his tactics?
¿Qué táctica crees que puedes usar esta última regata?
Lo veréis, lo veréis ahora.
You will see.
That's probably the most sensible answer we've had all evening. All right.
And Alec, with that, vamos, let's get ready for...
Vamos, have no translation, vamos.
Yeah, let's have we have the players still with us in studio. We can hear. Let's get ready for the match race. Let's just give the players just a small breathe before coming in. And one thing we're missing is eSailGP on the water. And of course we're missing that. And this is how they're building one of their boats.
Out of the shed, then couple on the wing. What the hell is that doing there?
Good. And Alec, what a match race we are going to see here between Yasir MB and Havuk.
Yeah, I mean, two names that we've seen a lot of recently, especially Havuk with his 2 World Championship finals. Yasir MB just coming through the ranks of eSailing this year from Spain. So it's Turkey against Spain, and it'll be really interesting to see what tactics they use. I'm predicting fairly aggressive tactics from Yasir MB. Can Havuk, does he have anything in his arsenal that can match the Spaniard? We shall see. 49 seconds to go now.
Yeah. And one thing I'm sure of is the Spanish players, they are practicing. So interesting to see if they have a standard tactic. And we're normally seeing these match races here. It's all about penalizing just before the start or pressuring the other boat out of it and then see if you can win enough meters to sneak away. But it doesn't look like that today.
You talk about practice. We worked out that one of our competitors tonight had actually sailed for 22 hours in order to get to tonight's final. That was Stipicoach of Croatia, wasn't it? Yeah. He had to compete in 173 races to get as far as here. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. The match race is on now between Yasir MB and Havuk in our final qualifying race.
No! What did he do there? No! He's so unhappy about that. He was so focused on pressuring Havuk that he crossed that starting line before time, but it's not over yet. We have seen it before coming back, but it's going to be one of those comebacks. No. That didn't happen.
Yes, MB knows he's made a huge mistake. Coming back from that is going to be very difficult, and it'll be a first, frankly. But he is closing already on Havuk. Yeah. And can Havuk just hold on now and sail his race without feeling the pressure of the chasing Spaniard?
And what we're seeing here right now is, what's happening over there? You see him, he's losing control also. He's really riding everything. He's riding to his guys. He's throwing everything away now. I can say to you, I was going to say it was interesting to see Yassim going to this side, to the left-hand side, because then he's actually in the side where we're doing 3 tacks upwards, where Havuk went to the opposite side with 4 tacks upwards, and that could actually win meters. But right now, it looks, when I'm watching the Spaniard here, it looks like it's all over.
Yeah, I think he's composed himself now. He's refocused. He's back in the race. Havuk, we saw him give a little sigh of relief and caught his breath. And he knows now that all he has to do is just sail a clean race. He's got a big smile on his face. Yeah. Can he hold on? He's coming up to 27 knots now. As he heads upwind to this gate.
But I just have to say one thing. In the rule stands, if he disconnects, and he has some issues with internet in Turkey, then it is Yasir MB winning it. So let's cross the fingers that the internet holds in Turkey.
Yeah, let's hope, and not just in Turkey. We've had glitches earlier on in the evening, haven't we? That's caused all sorts of trouble. Yeah. The whole world is on the internet right now. Yasir MB's got his fingers crossed. Yeah, the only thing that's going to save him now is a huge technical meltdown that's global.
Yeah. What a shame from Yassim. But let's focus a little bit on this guy, Havuk. He has been in the qualification finals 3 times, qualifying as #1 every time. And this time, he finally succeeds.
Don't say that yet, Thomas.
No, I know, the commentator's curse. Havuk is also knowing he has been playing this game so much that he knows everything can happen. So, and here we are seeing Yassim.
Joking apart, though, let's just hope it doesn't happen, because it's terrible when it does, and it's just one of those kind of unfair quirks of esport, really, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it. But let's hope we don't have any glitches. So 3 minutes 30 seconds of this race gone, and Havuk is out in front by 164 meters. So Yasir MB, he's staying in touch with the leader.
He's still in touch, and I just have to say, if Havuk touches one of the marks up there, get 11 seconds slow down, then we're going to have a race for that finish line side by side. So it can still go wrong. And I know Havuk, we are talking a little bit to him. He can hear us. He's just sitting a little bit uncomfortable. Hey, I need to do a big turn now. I need to do a big turn. Please be quiet. And there we go. Let's see it here.
That's it. So he's through this gate. Just looking at how they've done tonight, Havuk got an 8th, so a last place, and 2 second place finishes. Yasir MB, he also started badly with a 7th place finish and then 2 victories. So the two of them really have been matching each other for results and form all through the night. And this is Havuk of Turkey, otherwise known as Kaan Mazlumka. He rounds that mark and heads towards the finish line. It's just a few meters to go. Disaster has not struck. Havuk has stayed cool and calm, and finally, at the 3rd attempt, makes it through to the eSailGP
victory cross! Finally, it happens. His girlfriend is in the picture. We need to go to the match mixed round zone with that one. See, there they are. He's been so happy. He has been trying day after day for getting into that final, and he is actually, according to me, one of the best players in the world, but he has some issues with those finals that he can't win them. Isn't it true, Havuk?
Not anymore.
Yeah, we don't have a voice on Havuk. He needs to unmute himself.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, not anymore, thankfully, because I've been struggling a lot recently in the finals. And but fortunately for me, I managed to come back from a very bad position, from a very bad start of the regatta in general. I finished the first race in the last position, but at the end of the day, I won this San Francisco leg, so I'm very happy about it. So I think it just pays off.
And Havuk, we will be back with you in a few seconds, and Alec will do an interview with you. Let's just go into Yassim and ask him what happened, Alec. Here you go.
Yasir, just tell us what happened at the start.
¿Qué ha pasado en la salida?
Ya lo tenía controlado, a Busto tenía controlado, pero nada, creo que me funcionaba mal el internet, como en la segunda popa también se me ha ido, bueno, la segunda ceñida también se me ha ido, el control del barco, y nada, en la salida eso, lo tenía controlado, me faltaba nada para salir, y a nada, 5 segundos se me ha ido creía que me salía y por eso me da la vuelta. Pero bueno.
Pero no te salió fuera.
No me salió fuera. No. Ha sido el salto, dar el salto y.
He's telling that he had the control of the other boat. He think that he had the better position, but he immediately in the start he thought that he was out, but no, he was in. So he came back, but he didn't have to do it but he think that his Wi-Fi is not working really good. That you can see in the first subway, for example. That's why he think that he was out.
Well, he has a lot of trophies behind him. Unfortunately, tonight he won't be adding another one to those trophies. But well done anyway. Congratulations on making it to the qualifier final. And hopefully we'll see eSailGP again in another one of our eSailGP qualifiers.
Yeah, sorry.
And there we have Havouk.
Havouk, you're back in the mix zone with me. Just tell me. So we've had this question on the chat. What's your top trick for sailing an EF50?
Well, we spoke about this in detail with Thomas a couple of days ago. But in EF50, the key part for me is to stay clean, stay out of collusion, because the boat is quite fast and sometimes unpredictable, and you need to really control it while it's foiling. Staying clean, not just penalizing or getting penalty is the key for me. I'm trying to avoid collusion anytime during the races, unless it's a match race or something like that. But in general, I can say that the start is also really important, because if you just start in a good position and then turn the first mark in a very good position, you can just climb up in the first or second or third. So it's really important for me to have a good start, and I think I can carry on till the end of the race if I can have a good start.
Well, Havouk, a worthy winner. Congratulations, and really good to see him finally make it through, isn't it, Thomas?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Finally, we got our favorite carrot in one final, winning it.
Yeah, we should explain that. We should explain that to maybe new viewers who get, why are we calling him Carrot Top? Well, he's pretty ginger, not by Celtic standards, but by Turkish standards, and that is his nickname. And Havouk, it means carrot top in Turkish. So that just explains it to any new viewers who don't know Havouk.
Yeah.
Fantastic racing today, Alec. And I have to say congratulations to Havouk for coming in, and so unlucky for eSailGP for not coming in that one, because internet is one of the hardest thing, and we actually saw at the first World Championship 2018 how a device can have influence on who's winning that World Championship. There was another Spaniard hit by a technical thing. That was Cruisulator.
It was, and it's sad whenever it happens, and it's disappointing. But these guys are experienced at e-sailing, and that's just one of the ways it goes, really.
Yeah, and also what eSailGP he said, it looks like for me that I had a false start, but in the game I actually didn't have it. But because of my Wi-Fi, what's happened. That's very unlucky. But what a finish we had today, Alec. True pleasure to have you with us in studio. Also, without a picture today, sadly.
Well, you might be able to see me now. I don't know.
No.
All right. Okay. Well, it's better for the viewers anyway. It's far better to look at your pretty face than mine. The only disappointing thing is, having been in lockdown for so long, I took one look in the mirror and I thought, there I am. I thought it's about time I had a shave, so I shaved for you as well.
That's fantastic. And we also know all of you out there in the world using the internet, and we wish you all the best of luck, and also hope to see you in the next qualifier final and the qualification. 15,589 people tried to qualify to be in top 8, and 2 of the top 8 players this time was Cruisulator and Jon Cardona. They already qualified to the grand finals, so now we have 2 Spaniard players and 2 Turks. So which country is coming with them into that grand final, Alec?
I don't know. Right now, it's pretty difficult. I mean, what about Filippo Lanfranchi? Isn't it about time he made the final? He's the world champion, hugely experienced. He's made, off the top of my head, I'm not sure how many of these eSailGP qualifiers he's got to the finals of, but he hasn't quite made the grand final yet. So you've got to fancy him. You've got to fancy one of the other Italian sailors that are so strong as well. And what about Bart Lambrex? So good in the athletes against gamers eSailGP the other week, but hasn't quite managed to make it into the grand final yet.
No. And it's always exciting what's going to happen there, because we don't know how it unfolds. And today, last time we had, what a blast of a match race we had there between Dock Bars and Greek 9, Turk and Greece. And this time we had a fantastic first 3 races. It couldn't be closer. It's the closest qualification 3 races we had in this final. And everybody could actually go into that match race. And that was Havuk starting losing the first race and still in the match race. Amazing.
So a terrific evening of racing, really, and so close. Definitely our closest so far. And really, just a thought for all the SailGP fans and the people of San Francisco who we should be visiting right now with SailGP on the real waters of the Bay of San Francisco under the Golden Gate Bridge. It's not to be, but we hope to be back there in a year's time.
Yeah, we hope to be back. And all of you, please stay support SailGP, because it will be back. And we just heard Russell Kurt saying that. So stay tuned, and we will love to be here rest of the season in the eSailGP. This is Thomas Bjørn Luthi.
I'm Alec Wilkinson, and that's it from us for now. See you soon.